Things are not looking good for men in Western society. Men will soon be arrested for existing. The writing is absolutely on the wall. I did a video, a couple of videos actually, discussing how men are being arrested for playing video games. And, you know, basically what's happening is the F to the B to the I is working with gaming companies to enforce the same type of regulations in the gaming community that exist in social media that allows the FBI to monitor what men are saying over voice chats. And let's be very clear, this is specifically focused on men. So chats in games. And not only are they targeting platforms like Xbox and they're working with developers like EA, no, no, no. They're also going after platforms like Roblox. So platforms that are used predominantly by boys. So this target is not simply a target on men, it is a target on men and boys to keep men and boys under constant surveillance. But now it's going even further. There was a video on the Quartering channel, and we looked at this where it explained that the law enforcement in the US is now also actively requesting YouTube provide them with the phone number, home address, and entire account details. So basically, your search history for your Google account. So whatever you search for on YouTube, on Google, your emails, everything, all of your Google account data. If you've looked at specific videos, so if there are videos that you've looked at on YouTube, they want all of that information about you, and they've already obtained it. There were a number of videos that they actually posted onto YouTube itself, and then they demanded that YouTube hand over this information. They went to the court and they got a court order. The court order was granted, and YouTube undoubtedly complied and handed over all of this information. About over 160,000 people who just simply watched videos that was posted by law enforcement. So now you can have everything you've worked for just taken away just based on the videos you watch online. So just watching specific videos on YouTube can get you a knock on the door, can result in you being placed on a list, and you don't know why. And I told many of you guys, that it wasn't just, multiplayer games where, oh, you're playing online with a bunch of other people or you're doing voice chat. No, they're looking at the games that you purchase as well. They're looking at your purchase history. Oh, you're a Call of Duty player. That's not good. Oh, you play Rust. Very, very bad. That's, guys, people who play Rust, they're linked to the dark side. This is the reality we live in right now. What games are you playing? What games are you in your playlist? How many hours have you been playing these games? Who are your friends? This is another one that's really good. Who are your friends? Who are you playing with? Are any of those people that you're playing games with linked to something? Because if they're linked to something, then we can link you to them, and then we can say that you're linked to something as well. That it's like it's not just it's you must be under surveillance 24/7. They must be able to gather every bit of data on you, and they will, if they can't, they will create something to entrap you. It's like we talk about men walking away, and I've said this: if you can't, if in some cases, don't just walk away, run away, because this reality that we live in now is absolutely awful. It is 100% awful. We live in a reality that no one wants to live in. We live in a society that no one wants to live in. The only people that are loving this are women and babies, because it is a society built for women and babies. We talk about the welfare state and how the welfare state impacts all of us. The welfare state is not about kindness. The welfare state is about control. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he will eat for life. When you have people that have to depend upon someone else for their every need, that is control. That is how you control people. And I'm telling you, it is better to be poor and to make your own money than to be wealthy. But your money comes from someone else and they can just take it away. I remember watching, I think it was Jackie Gleason, from the Honeymooners. And he talked about how they control you in Hollywood. He said that they get you used to a certain kind of lifestyle. They've been doing this for 100 years now. They get you used to a certain kind of lifestyle. And then they let you know they can take it away just like that. So then they can control you and you'll do whatever they want you to do, or else they'll take it away. Look at guys like John Cena. Look at John Cena at the Oscars. Look how they told him to go out in his birthday suit and he did it obediently. Cat Williams was right, and it's amazing. People are seeing these things and they're like, yeah, that's a humiliation ritual. That's a, there's no, they're not even trying to hide what they're doing anymore. They're putting it out there right now. And of course, the only people that can stop tyranny are men. Men are the gatekeepers of society. They are the protectors of society. So what do? You weaken the men. You take complete control. You keep the men under constant surveillance. You demoralize them and you ensure that they obey. Because once you control their minds, you control them. And that's the end of it. And everything that we see happening around us right now is 100% about control. It is about controlling you, controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts, controlling what you say, controlling what you do. George Carlin said it years ago. He said that they want it all. They want it all, and they're going to get it. And now, fast forward, years after he said this, what have you been told? You will owe nothing and be happy. Physical media is going away. No matter how hard, no matter how much we all try to hold on to it, it's not going to stick around. The writing is on the wall right now. The next generation of Xbox will not have a disk drive. 75% of all current generation Xboxes sold. So this means between the Series S and the Series X. The Series S is a digital only version of the Xbox. 75% of those are the ones that have been sold. People have bought 75% of current generation Xboxes are Series S. 75%. Only 25% are Series X. And you can deduce from that that many of the people who bought the Series X only bought it because it was a more powerful version. But if it came in a digital only version, they would buy a digital only version as well. And there is evidently a refresh of the Xbox coming, and they call it, in Microsoft's roadmap that was shown during their trial. It's trying to get approval to buy Bethesda. Was it Bethesda? No. To buy Activision, Blizzard. It was revealed that they were working on a digital only version. They had planned one, and they called it Adorably Digital, or Adorably digital only. Adorably, as if the consumer wants that. But it's coming, especially when you look at Game Pass. It's coming. There won't be it's highly unlikely that the next Xbox coming in 2027 or 2028 will have a disk drive. And you can see that PlayStation, Sony doesn't want a disk drive as well, because they want all of those profits. They don't want you going to GameStop and picking up games at GameStop, because they lose money that way. They want it. They want it all. They want it all. All right. They want to cut out the middleman. And they don't want you to be able to own your games anymore, because they can keep on reselling the same game to you over and over, like Nintendo has done countless times. The Switch 2 will more than likely have a disk drive. Although it wouldn't shock me entirely if Nintendo said, yeah, we're just going to cut it out. The Switch 2 will likely have a disk drive, I think, but this is the end of it. Like this is the end for physical media, where everything will be digital. And when you purchase a digital game, you're not buying the game, you're buying a license to use the game, and they can withdraw that license at almost any time, and they're very vague about it as well. The same is said for music. And of course, these companies, they're so smart that they'll make the cost of actually buying the song so high. Well, why would you spend $3.99 or $5 to buy the song when you can just go and get a subscription and listen to the song, you know, and plus many other songs. And they even changed it. Google changed Google Play. Used to be able to used to have Google Music, and you could listen to your songs really, really easily on Google Music. They didn't want that, so they got rid of it. They got rid of Google Music, they got rid of the music store, and now you have to go through YouTube, and you have to be subscribed for YouTube Premium, and then you get access to YouTube Music, and that's how you can listen to your music now. And that's it. And you're always on a subscription plan. You owe nothing, and you will have to pay until the end of time if you want to listen to music. And I'm telling, just like what they've done with food, like McDonald's raising the price of it. What these companies do is they get to a point where you don't have any other choices, or if you do, they're not convenient anymore. What are you going to do? Are you not going to listen to music? No, you're going to listen. So you're going to pay. You're going to pay good money. YouTube Premium right now is not cheap. It's like $15.99 a month. Was it $13.99 or $15.99? They keep raising the price, and it's going to be $19.99 very soon. And what are you going to do? Not a damn thing. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. And as inflation keeps on rising, guys, soon Netflix will be $25.99 a month. People will pay for it. $29.99 a month. People will pay for it. What are you going to do? Cancel your Netflix? Go ahead. Go ahead. You will own nothing and be happy. Men will soon be arrested for existing because they do not want men in Western society. The only ones who can stop what's happening are men. And that's why they've demoralized us. That's why they have pushed us to a point where many of us are just staying in our homes. We're no longer leaving our homes. We're building a home gym. And even then, they want to ensure that we are under constant surveillance, constantly being monitored, and they will make sure they have anything they can use against us to take us down if needs be, or to make an example of us, just so that other men see this is what can happen to you just for existing. So exist as silently as possible, and be careful what thoughts you have. Don't research certain subjects, because if you research, don't watch certain videos, because those videos can land you in trouble. Don't play certain video games, because those video games could land you in trouble. Don't say certain things, because discussing those things could land you in trouble. And these private companies like Google, they don't have to tell you the reason why your services are being disrupted, because they just shut everything down. And when you lose everything, when they shut you down, you don't just lose access to YouTube. If you have Gmail accounts, your Gmail accounts are gone. Boom. So now you have no more email. So those email addresses that you've been using for 10 or even 20 years, gone. Your entire life is easily disrupted. Easily disrupted. Can't even reach you. Your contacts can't reach you anymore. This is the 1984 in a nutshell. It is absolutely 1984. George Orwell, he's probably just waving in his from the nether region right now. Like, I told you so. I warned you guys. I told you this was coming. And it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. And chaos and anarchy, these things, they love them, because that's when they can do what they want to do. When everyone else is busy fussing with everyone else, they can do what they want to do without being disturbed. The middle class in Western society is essentially gone at this point. There's no more middle class. We're heading to a point where there is now emerging the ridiculously rich and the desperately poor. When you don't even make enough money to buy McDonald's every day, and many of you will say, well, you shouldn't eat at McDonald's every day, but that's not the point. When you don't even have McDonald's money, our parents would say, do you have McDonald's money? Listen, they were just being cheap. Okay, they were just being cheap because as adults, we don't have McDonald's money. We don't have McDonald's money. It's crazy. Eating at McDonald's every day will cost more than your rent. When eating a single meal at McDonald's every single day can cost, or 2 meals a day at McDonald's can equate to more than your rent. It's bad. What do you guys think regarding this? Do you agree with what I'm saying? That men will soon be arrested for existing? I want to know your thoughts on this, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.